Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to episode number 18 of FIFA 20 Career Mode. And today we begin by taking on Toulouse in Ligue, as we are currently 4 points behind PSG. So we definitely need to get a win if we want to keep up the pace with them, because they haven't dropped points in a while. And it's starting to look like they won't be dropping many more points come the end of the season. But we are at home today against Toulouse, so this is a game you would expect us to be winning. Let's hopefully make that a reality here, as kickoff is here. Let's go and get the win. Ideally, that would be the case, but it's Traore who has the ball first off, and he skips past Silla with a nice bit of dribbling, but he's been caught up to. He turns, passes to Mendes. He goes to Dembele, who unfortunately loses the ball, but then Mendes wins it back. He plays it to Depay, and Depay finds the back of the net with a lovely finish. First time as well, nicely struck from Memphis Depay, who is our top goal scorer this season. He scores once again here. It was some poor passing playing out from the back from the Toulouse defence, and Memphis Depay punished them after Mendes made a good interception. He hits it first time. To be honest, the keeper might have done better. Probably should have done better with that.
1-0 then.
Was quite close to him, but that doesn't really matter. What matters is that we have the lead, but Toulouse trying to get back on level terms here through Said, or Said maybe, and he takes the shot on, and it finds the back of the net as well. In off the post there from Said, I guess, though I'm not too sure how you say it, but it is 1-1 now. A nice turn there. He gets rid of Anderson and Bakayoko, I think that is, in one turn, and a bit of a deflection off the leg of Jason Denea. Unfortunately, takes it away from the goalkeeper and just gets the right direction on it to find the back of the net with the help of the post. But we have one final chance in this half, do we? It's Aouar looking to find something. He does some nice dribbling. He cuts inside, finds Mendes. Mendes to Traore. Traore takes it under control, gets past Silla. He shoots. It's saved by the goalkeeper, and we'll be going into half-time level, it does appear. So that will be the case. Yeah, there it is. Half-time whistle. 1-1 at the break. It's been decent from us in the first half. A bit disappointing to concede that goal, but it was quite unfortunate the way it fell and managed to find the back of the net. Anyway, 1-1 at the break. Just got to change around the fullbacks, because for some reason the game likes to randomly change the position of your fullbacks. Last year it was the strikers when you were playing multiple up top, and now it's the fullbacks that randomly swap. Anyway, the second half is upon us. Let's hope that we can get a goal in the second half and ensure that we get the win. And here is a good opportunity. Traore on the ball, running down the wing. He crosses towards the middle, and Dembele fires it in on the volley. What a lovely goal. That is a swift, deadly counter-attack from us, punishing Toulouse. Traore with a lovely ball into the middle, and Dembele makes no mistake with the volley. He gets past the man. Who knows what the defender's doing there? He left Dembele completely unmarked, and he makes no mistake with the finish. A left-footed volley. That's quite difficult to do. Bit like Tim Cahill in the World Cup, though not quite as spectacular. Anyway, it's a goal nonetheless. Dembele with his fifth of the league season so far, and it's 2-1. As we regain the lead here at home. But will we be able to hold on to it? And as the switch comes over here looking for Gradel, and he manages to keep it in, he gets past Dubois, who chucks him on the floor. Then he gets past Mendes, chips it into the middle, and it's headed in by number 11, I believe. Yeah, number 11. And as you can see, I was rather disappointed by this goal. I pause the game in the middle of the celebration. I won't normally do that, but I normally do just changes. Something needs to change. We just given up another goal and got back on level terms. Toulouse, a team we should be beating. It looks like we may not be able to do that. Gradel just destroyed our whole left side there. Crossing it in, it was pinpoint for the number 11, who managed to find the back of the net with the header. Boys Guard is that number 11's name, and it looks like it will be ending 2-2, but there is one final opportunity for us perhaps. We're into stoppage time, and Cornet is bursting down the wing. He's into the box. He cuts inside. He shoots, and he finds the back of the net to make it 3-2 with less than a minute remaining. And a very late goal has surely given us all 3 points here at home today against Toulouse. You would think they have not enough time to go and equalise for a third time, but what a lovely run from Cornet. He completely beats that defender, leaves him standing there like a mug, turns inside and makes no mistake, finishing past the goalkeeper on his left foot. Maxwell Cornet with a brilliant goal. He ran from just over halfway, all the way up to the other end, and popped it in the goal as well. And 3-2. Surely we have the points in the bag. And yes, there is the full-time whistle. A late goal gives us the victory here against Toulouse. It's 3-2, the final score. Toulouse will be disappointed they gave away a goal right at the end to lose it. However, you could probably argue that we deserved it, to be honest. If we have a look at the stats, they had one shot on target. We had 60% possession. And 5 more shots, both in total and on target than them. But as you can see there, and Guy gets loaned out to Cardiff. So hopefully he has a good year in Wales. And if we have a look at the table, we're just 1 point behind PSG now, though they do have a game in hand, which will be against... I can't see, it's not there, but our next game is against Nice, and it's on transfer deadline day, and as you can see, they're not even in the top 8, Nice, so it's a game you would expect us to be winning. Well, at least I expect to win it. And here we go, we're going to head into it right away. It's away from home, though. So it won't be easy, that's for sure. We'll need to be on our best form if we are to come away with the win on this rainy night in the south of France. But as you would have noted, if you remember the league table, we are just the 1 point behind PSG. So it's possible that we could overtake them if we get a win today and they fail to do so. And the first chance looks like it will fall to us as Cornet is played in down this wing. He cuts inside nicely. He finds the cross. Depay's at the back stick and he manages to curl his foot around it and find the back of the net. Nicely done from Memphis Depay. His second in 2 games, I do believe. Did he score in the first game? I have that short of a memory. Dembele scored, Cornet scored, and Depay scored the first goal. I can't remember.
Let's go back to the goal that was scored.
Anyway, that doesn't matter. What matters now is that he has scored in this game, and it's given us a 1-0 lead away from home, just 15 or so minutes in, 17 minutes in. His 9th goal in the league. He's up amongst the top scorers. I think the current top scorer is Mbappe with 14. So he's not like properly challenging, but a good run of form could see him get into what's the word I'm trying to into? No, I can't remember it. But anyway, Nice are coming through. Shot on goal, and it's saved by Lopez. But is there another opportunity here for Nice as Burner receives the ball out on this right wing? He crosses, it's blocked. It falls for Temetse, and fortunately for us, Lopez bails us out with a good save to turn it behind for a corner. Yeah, that's a nice save from the goalkeeper, but there might just be one final chance for Nice as the big switch comes out here to Malida, and he gets there before Raphael. Here's a chance for Nice to to equalise just before half time, but Lopez makes a great save again. Our goalkeeper bailing us out. Who knows what Dene is doing? He's just run towards the byline for some reason. Ball watching, I guess, but they have a corner to attempt to equalise just before half time, but Dante's header goes over the bar. It was a pretty weak one. You'd hope that Lopez had that fully covered as well, but anyway, 1-0 is the score at half-time, and as you can see by the stats, we don't particularly deserve the lead at all. Neats have had 9 shots in this first half, and if it weren't for Lopez, we would definitely be behind. But hopefully we can put together a better performance in the second half and ensure that we do come away from this game with the win. But Depay is in here, he's into the box, he's one-on-one and he makes no mistake. 2-0, Depay's second of the game, gives us a 2-goal buffer, and that makes it a lot more comfortable now for us. And with Lopez in the form he's in this game, you'd expect that that would hopefully be all 3 points wrapped up for us. It's not great goalkeeping, is it? He went near post with the shot, Depay. I think, but I can't remember for sure, that I wanted him to go far post. But anyway, I don't mind. It went in the back of the net. That's his 10th goal of the season. He reaches double figures. And 2-0 is the score now, and hopefully we have all 3 points in the bag. However, Malida is played in over the top here. He's up against Raphael, and he manages to get the cross in. It's dummied, and Temetse just puts it over. That was a decent chance again for Temetse. He jumps to get kind of underneath it. We'll try not to get so much underneath it, get an actual side foot effort away, but he wasn't quite able to keep it down. Anyway, Aouar has the chance here to break. He gets around Temetse and Cyprian. He's still going here, Aouar. Across comes Sarr. He turns inside, crosses, and the shot is in from Cornet to make it 3-0. And we really have been devastating on the counter today. Aouar cutting inside really nicely, hanging up the cross, and Cornet wraps his left foot around it to turn it in to the back of the net. That's quite a skillful goal. I expect that will be quite difficult to pull off, especially running in at speed, having to time the jump and time the finish as well. Cornet scores his 4th goal in the league so far this year, his second in 2 games, I know that for sure. And he makes it 3-0 here against Nice, and that surely is all 3 points in the bag. However, Nice looking for perhaps a consolation goal here as Lys Malou takes the shot on, but Lopez makes a good save. And we're going to make a substitution here as well. Konate is going to come on for Denea, and Marçal is going to come on for Dubois, who was playing right back. No, who was playing left back for some reason. I think that was another case of the fullback swapping positions for no reason. Anyway, we have another look at the effort from Lys Malou. Good, strong left hand from Lopez keeping it out, but they have one final chance. It's from a corner, crossed in. Mendes brings control of it and launches it up the pitch. Burner is there. He manages to take control of the ball nicely, but the referee doesn't allow them to continue and try and get another goal. It's full time. 3-0 is the final score. We pick up all 3 points, and that's just what we were looking for. 2 goals from Depay and 1 from Cornet. So our wingers really carrying us to the victory today. As you can see there by the stats, we had just the 3 shots on target. So, I mean, we were clinical. Perhaps didn't quite create enough chances, however, and we certainly didn't really deserve the 3-0 victory. Anyway, transfer offer here from Raphael, 1 from Sociedad and 1 from Sevilla. However, I decided to reject the one from, that would mean Sociedad, and the one from Sevilla. I was open to selling Raphael, but I believe there was just not enough time left in the window for me to contemplate selling him because I wouldn't have been able to find a suitable replacement in time. However, I was still looking to do a bit of transfer business in the last couple of hours of this transfer window, and Jonathan Icone was a man I was interested in bringing to Lyon, but unfortunately, Lille weren't happy with me offering 10 million for Icone. They value him quite a bit higher. But then, a big transfer offer comes in for Jason Denayer, 26.9 million from Chelsea, who want to bring him to Stamford Bridge. Now, I was intrigued by this. Denayer has been quite good this year, but I decided to accept the offer. It was quite a lot of money, especially since we only have 5 hours left to find a replacement. It was a bold move, to say the least, to accept that. But I did, which meant that we needed to find ourselves a new centre-back, and there were a new starting centre-back as well, unless we wanted to go with Kanate and Anderson as our starting centre-back trio. But we reject that offer there for Marçal from Galatasaray, and we start looking for centre-backs. I started with Ligue 1 and started looking through their centre-backs. I did notice there was David Cardoso there. He's from Macau, which I certainly didn't expect to see that flag pop up. But anyway, I also looked in the Premier League, where we had options such as Eric Bailly and Nathan Ake, and also Philip Benkovic, but he was probably a bit too lower rated for me to consider bringing him into the club. I also looked in Serie A, see if there were any suitable options. Also looked in the Bundesliga as well. And finally, I looked in Portugal in the Liga NOS, or the Primeira Liga. I don't know why I didn't look in Spain. I might have just forgotten about it, but as you saw there, Denayer had gone, and this was the transfer shortlist that I had set up. Bailly, Akanji, St-Just, Tar, Diaz, and Eder Militao. Unfortunately, Tar had just gone to Barcelona in the hour that I'd spent looking up the targets and gone forward. I then tried to loan Militao, since that was a budget option, but unfortunately Real Madrid weren't willing, should I say, to let him leave on loan, and so I was left with these four. Ruben Diaz of Benfica, certainly a decent young centre-back. Akanji from Dortmund, the only one who we have knowledge of his overall, and Eric Bailly of Manchester United also has the injury-prone trait. However, what was disappointing was that we could only sign him on a pre-contract agreement, which meant it wasn't suitable for us because we needed a centre-back right now to replace Denayer, which meant I couldn't go for Bailly. I don't know why you can't. You can only offer pre-contract deals to players who have just 6 months remaining on their contract. In older FIFAs, you could offer them a pre-contract, or you could try and buy them outright. So unfortunately, that's not a thing anymore, and we can't get Eric Bailly. Instead, I decided to go in for Manuel Akanji, who was, I guess, my third target, since both Tar and Bailly are now off the list. We're going to look to sign Akanji instead. The Swiss centre-back is just 24 years old, so he's got plenty of years left in him. How much are we going to offer? 40 million? It's quite a lot of money. Oh no, I didn't offer 40 million first. I started with an offer of 32 million, which is 1 million above their current valuation, but Dortmund wanted 47 million and a 10% sell-on clause, which is quite a lot of money, so I dropped it down to 40 million. And as you can see, that's eating up almost our entire transfer budget if we were to pay 47 million for him, so I tried to drop it down to 43 million, plus that sell-on clause, and they were happy with that, which is good news. So yeah, it looks like we'll be getting Akanji. However, I also decided to go in for Ruben Diaz to see if I could get him on a cheaper deal, because I think he might well be the cheaper option here. between the two. St. Just is probably even cheaper than both of them, but I'm not quite sure if his overall is currently at the level at which we want him to. But Ruben Diaz, I believe, would be at least 78, though I might be wrong. And that doesn't take into account that he could have grown so far this season, gone up a ratings. But our first offer that we provided was 15 million. However, Benfica, like Lille earlier in the episode, were unhappy with that offer and decided just to straight up leave. So it looked like we would be getting Manuel Akanji as our new centre-back. And so we invited him in to discuss contract talks. Hopefully, we would be able to get him to agree on a contract and get him into the club for before the next game. Well, it must be before the next game, before the transfer window slams shut. And we offer him a crucial squad role and 3 years on the contract. He wasn't looking for a release clause, which is probably ideal. Then we can get as much as possible from him. We want at least more than 43 million, which is what we paid for him if we were to sell him again. But the wage that we offered him was 80,000 a week, which is a slight upgrade than what he's currently on at Borussia Dortmund, and a signing on fee of 500,000 euros, and he was happy with that. And so that was the end of that. In comes Manuel Akanji as our new centre-back. 2 new centre-backs signed in this window, Konate and Akanji, and both of them are upgrades on the people they replaced, which that is ideal. Plus, they're both younger or the same age. I think Akanji's the same age as what Dene was. But Konate is quite a lot younger than Marcelo, which is ideal. Anyway, a quick look at our youth academy. Jakob Jahoda is looking good, which is good news. And I also won Manager of the Month, which, I mean, it's only a good thing. And then we had a transfer offer from Villarreal for Martin Terrier, who hasn't featured too much this year, but I decided to reject the offer because I didn't see any point in there being more upheaval in the squad, I think. We just exited the transfer window. I didn't see any point in selling him now. But a quick look at the youth scouts. A quick look at the youth players who have been scouted. There are a couple of Slovakian players who look like they could be decent. However, that is not one of them. Medved is not one of them, and neither is Kaiseli. Well, no, we did keep him, but we got rid of that dude. Anyway, Resnick is alright. We'll just continue on. Schwab is... Anyway, yeah, on to Schwab, who's based in Belgium. Sorry, I'm getting myself a bit muddled up. Anyway, the Strat Tice could be alright. Goosens, who looked so good not too long ago, turned out to be not that great in the end, unfortunately. Vandenbroek, the other Vandenbroek looks alright. This guy is not great at all. Tom Van Dam isn't great. Neither is he. And, continuing on, there's just not anyone who's really particularly brilliant, who's a standout player. Vandenbroek could be okay, but he's not amazing. His potential is pretty good, but his overall is rather low, to be honest. And, we will not sign anyone from Belgium. However, continuing on to France, we have Corbet, who could be alright. His potential, like Vandenbroek, is pretty decent, but nothing outstanding. There are a bunch of other average players. Valet could be okay. Rousset is looking pretty good. DeLuca, unfortunately, has gone to Birmingham. Anyway, we reject a bunch of other people here, including Barbier, who's not good enough, and Corvée is not good enough. Belcourt could be okay. Rocha is a no. Bernard could be okay if we get really lucky that it comes up to that 89 at the top of his potential. But no one worth signing as of yet in that batch of youth players. We accepted a loan offer there for Rio Griffiths and another one here from Copenhagen. The first one came from Alanyaspor in Turkey. But a quick look at the league table. We're 1 point behind PSG. They have a game in hand. We're 8 points ahead of Monaco in third. And we are 12 points inside the Champions League places. But that is where we will end today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, please do drop a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.